Hey everybody, Michael McCracken here from Coming to You, and this is
Jerod, Haynes. How you guys doing?
Hey, thanks so much for joining us live today. We haven't done, as I was telling Jerod earlier, we haven't done one of these in probably like 2 years, so it's so nice to kind of be able to sit down, especially with you. To be able to kind of sit down and just open up our room again for people to again join us online. Again, you can watch us here on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube. If one of them's not working, hop onto another one. This is kind of our Vagabond Live. Anyway, a little bit about that, and just jump in. So if you're at home on one of the channels that I just mentioned, feel free. You can hop in the chat and chat at us and ask questions because Jerod is here and a wealth of information. It's wealth, right? Or well of information. Does anybody know on the chat? Let us know if it's well or wealth. He's a well of information, a wealth of information. So I just want to start off, Jerod. Tell the folks at home kind of like your story of how you got into it.
Yeah. In short, I guess I kind of started around 11 years ago. Came out of college, played basketball my entire life. I was to play, but afterwards, didn't know what I was going to do. Sleeping on my sister's couch. And I don't know. I Googled acting classes. Yeah, to see what it was about. I think it was just me being curious. And Acting Studio Chicago came up, and I went down there, Rachel Patterson. In short, she ended up coming with a barter system. I helped around the studio and take some classes. And from there, some of the teachers kind of pulled me to the side and said, keep studying. Kind of kept it a secret because I didn't know what it was. Nobody knew was doing it at the time. And then as I kept delving into it, a friend of mine, James T. Alford, an actor, I told him, and he was like, yo, you got to go play. I was like, I don't know what plays, man. So I went to Monaco Jai over on the South Shore, auditioned for a play over there. And Phyllis Griffin was the director. She did voice at DePaul. She saw something, I don't know what, but she ended up hiring me to do a play.
Stop it.
Yeah, Herbert 3 and Country Member. And then from there, I just kept doing plays, worked with Linda about accountants and sit-ins. And then got with Grossman and Jack. Doug McDade, who was my camera teacher at the time, coach, he had me do a tape for To Kill a Mockingbird and Milwaukee Rep. And Claire saw it, Claire Simon, she saw it and brought me in front of the director. We saw something, and then from there, Doug said, "You want to keep studying?" I said, "Yeah, this is like a sport, keep getting better." There's a program called British American Drama Academy. Auditioned for that, and they saw something. And
Hold on. I love half that story. Everybody was like somebody saw something.
Yeah,
very humble.
Well, because I was still, it was still curiosity for me.
Yeah, there was something inside that other people were saying.
Yeah, and so I went and trained with those guys over in London, kids from like Yale, Paul, Juilliard, and I got to see how they worked, and that kind of inspired me to take it to a new level. So I said, all right, keep studying. I came back to Chicago summer 2012. Kind of hit the ground running by the greats, and rest his soul, PJ Paparelli. He got the opportunity to do that production with some great artists, Tyler, just to name a few, and that kind of put me in a theater world per se consistently. And Ron Parsons gave me the opportunity to play Walter Lee. Time Raising the Sun, and then from there just a bunch of theater, then kept studying. I even came through here a few times because you guys had just at the time, and then I knew you from Grossman. I was like, shit, Michael, got a whole thing, so that inspired me as well. And then
something not to cut you off, sorry, but something that I love about your story is probably a big part of what a lot of people might be watching is you didn't go to college for this. Do you know what I mean? This wasn't like part of your like I know I've been taking I've been taking musical theater classes since I was 4. This was like something that kind of came out of I'm curious.
Something. I was yearning for something, maybe to feel seen or some shit.
Yeah, but I think that's great that, for people at home who are sitting there going like, well, can I do this? I've never really explored anything like this. This is something that I can do. I think you're a testament to that kind of story.
Yeah, I think because in what we do, the older you get, you have experiences that you can lend to it, to the craft, humanity, so to speak, because it's pretty vast. There's not a single one. So I think the older you are, sometimes it's beneficial because you're not in a box of saying this is how it's supposed to be, as opposed to what am I willing to give and lend to it. Because I think it's about what you're willing to give and sacrifice for the art form. Schooling, I think, to be honest, I get kind of jealous of the guys who are able to go to those institutions to work on that 24/7.
Sure.
So I kind of, even now today, I'm constantly studying, working with different teachers, because I didn't get that formal training. So there's a little bit of insecurity, I think, and that's what I'm always looking to find a way to grow.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah, sure. I mean, that's the actor's journey, right? It's always growing, changing, and learning more about who you are in this moment.
That's the most important thing,
right? Knowing who you are in this moment.
Yeah, I think that's the best teacher, though. I think if the better you understand you, good, bad, ugly, or indifferent, then you can be of service. It's about being honest and truthful with who you are first. And I think that's the biggest teacher. And then schooling helps you give it to it in an efficient way. But I think this is the best teacher itself. And I think once you accept that, I think you can be of service to this.
Awesome. Can you speak a little bit in our time here about what it was like to be on like going from kind of like coming up through Chicago and then being able to come on as a series regular on a TV show?
I have to say first, Chicago, I think groomed me for that type of because theater, I think, is the path because you can't hide and the repetition of it. So when the Village came, obviously it was static, but most importantly, I got to work with some incredible artists, Frank, Dominic, Lorraine Toussaint, just to name a few. It was just, and the writers, I think it was just crazy. It was surreal, but I got to work with Moran, who was dope, my boy Darren, who's like my best friend. And the great thing about this show is they were all still good friends. It kind of paralleled who we were as Ruby. And that kind of gave me the confidence I want to say, I can do this. I can do this on a professional level. Learned a lot, good and bad. And just was a great stepping stone.
Awesome. No, my producer back there.
Yep.
Are any questions coming in from the folks online? If not, that's okay. Again, we're just kind of coming at this from a.
I do have one question.
Great. You got a question?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. What's the question?
The question is, how do you approach audition nerves?
How do you approach audition nerves?
Audition nerves.
Yeah, there we go.
As opposed to auditions.
I mean, because here's another conversation we're having here at school in our classes. Is there's a whole new group of people who are coming into acting right now who've never actually been in a room with other people. So I think that has to do with like, hey, when you go into a room and you're auditioning with like a casting director or something, how do you deal with those I mean, maybe it's a self tape too. You just did a tape here earlier. But I think it has to come down to, again, I'm in the room, I'm nervous, whether it's on camera or theater, right?
I would say actually those things, the nervousness, the anxiety actually serve you. I've learned recently, even now still, to limit it to the character that I'm playing, because there's a reason you're feeling that way. And most times you're playing characters that are very uncomfortable. So I think that instead of denying those feelings and things like that, and just realize it's no right or wrong. That's the biggest thing. It's the biggest misconception. When you go in and try to do it right, it's probably going to be flat with no character, and they don't get a chance to see you.
Yeah.
So oftentimes now, as of recent, actually, the last couple of years, I've been approaching it as not right or wrong, but what can I give? What can I give? And if I'm anxious, I'll take note of that. If I'm nervous, if I'm tired, I actually take note of that and say, and become present. Because without you being present, you can't give it anything. So I believe that if you are aware, very aware of where you at in your body at that time, to lend it to the character, and don't make it about the audition, make it about the circumstance and whatever you're doing. Lend it to that, because the audition is it's evasive. If you think about it, it's not a real thing. If you notice, some people will go and say F the audition in the booking,
Right.
because it's the thing of, it's not about the audition, it's about the work in hand. So I know it sounds esoteric and all of that, but if you approach it like, yeah, I know it's an audition, I can't deny that, but that you're feeling, whatever you're feeling with that, lend it to the person, which gives it a character, it shows you charisma and all these different, it shows you,
Right.
which makes it very different and distinct from any other tape. To me,
Yeah. Well, I love that. I was just working with somebody yesterday who, like, we ended up sending in the tape where the words weren't exactly right. Right, a lot of actors get caught up on like the words have to be perfect. Yeah, right. No, yeah, but like so like we still want to get a clean take, right? But I ended up sending in the like 2 takes where there were flubs in the lines, just because like it felt more connected.
Yes,
that's what connected, and then they started getting thought they were thinking about it too much, and then it just felt like, oh, this doesn't really feel like
exactly, because at the end of the day, that's the person, right? When you get caught up in trying to do it again, right or correct, we lose you, as opposed to like what you just said. Forget the lines; if they could correct that on the day, you get that opportunity in time. But for right now, they just want to see the person, whoever he or she is. They want to see that person, and that's all it's about at the end of the day. I think we put too much stake on the audition as opposed to what's happening right now. So.
For sure. I like that. So I want to ask you. So hey everybody, this is our Vagabond Live, and we're going to do more of these. But I did want to bring up that Jerod is teaching a class here at Vagabond coming up in March. So you're doing a student study class that's mostly focused on camera work.
Yeah. Basically, what we're talking about.
Yeah, right. You want to talk a little bit more about what that's going to.
Yeah, sure. It's just a way for us to get in our bodies and out of our minds and say, and not think about so much the audition, not to discard it, but to put it on a lower list of important things, and let's focus on just what's happening at the time, because we're now in the era where it's self-teach. We want to take control of that and make it ours. So more of a collaborative experience, sharing ideas, and taking time with each individual to see where their true flag is. So,
I love that. You just get rid of the BS and treat that.
The stuff that surrounds that, because that's just a byproduct if you get the job. But let's focus on the work.
Because on set too, right? You have to be in that moment. I mean, there's a lot of technique and technical stuff that might come into play, but it's something you have to like.
You got to share that stuff. And I think once you share it and be present, the technical stuff will take care of itself.
Okay.
Because you're so locked in, it's like you got 50 different things going on. This gallery is moving, this is happening, but if you're locked into the work, the technical stuff will take care of itself.
Great. Did we put up the QR code?
Yes, we did.
Great. So you can grab that QR code to sign up for the class. You can go to vagabondschool.com and find a class if you didn't get the QR code or looking at this later. So you can sign up. Actually, you go on and you actually put in your headshot resume. We'll take a look at it and then we'll bring you to the class. So go get on that. I can't talk. You're doing such a good job, man. Just goes right here. So go sign up. Any final last words for again actors who are in we're all on our journey, right? You're in the middle of your journey and in the middle of mine, we all the things that you have done, right? But any words of wisdom, any just words of advice for someone who is again just kind of like trying to figure out their path right now.
Embrace the unknown. Always find gold there. And shed any expectation. Be yourself and just accept where you are and just know it's not where you're going to be. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Thank you everybody for joining us on Vagabond Live. We'll This is Jerod. I'm Mike. Thanks so much, and follow the open road.
All right.